Hey everyone, I'm Nido King, and unfortunately, this is Fable. Last time we managed to make our way to the city up in the top of the Land of the Mists, and come face to face with Angor the Snake Demon. Now we have to kill him, but I'm sure we can talk it out.
I'm here to take you out and stomp on your skull, you no-good rotten snake.
You're the mortal child. He's going to make mincemeat out of me. I'll bet you don't even know what mincemeat looks like.
Sure I do. My grandmother makes a mincemeat pie every Sunday.
Why don't you try your little drummer boy routine like you did with my lizard guard?
You mean with my hypnotic drum? But how do you know about that?
Silly mortal. Angor sees all and knows all things in the lands of mists.
Rats. Maybe I should duck out of here until I figured out how to waste this slime.
No, I'm pretty sure that's only what you want me to think. I've got all sorts of things.
I don't think that's a good idea.
And as the Snake Demon says, the drum routine isn't going to work. Let's see what we've got to work with. He's hovering over a pit.
You're a persistent little pest, like the creeping insects you are. You should have stayed away this time.
Well, at least he's not going to kill me.
You're a persistent little...
But we still have to figure out what to do about him. I mean, I've got a bunch of inventory items, but killing the ice giant required two that were really cleverly hidden. I haven't found anything like that here. I mean, his throne's got fangs on it. That's gotta be important for something.
You're a persistent...
You know what? If this were a sensible game, I'd just chuck a spear at him and be done with it. Anti-climax.
Angor, the great snake demon, is now a shriveled piece of foul-smelling meat.
I've no interest in a dead snake.
Nah, what we really need is the gem that he dropped.
The hard part of this job is going to be when I have to hand these jewels over to some old coot when I've done all the work.
But there's one other hidden thing we need to find here.
I almost didn't see this money hiding back here. What the heck? I can always use the cash.
These are the gold pieces you found in the gatekeeper's shack. A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
There doesn't seem to be any way to tell exactly how many I've got. And I can't even look at the pit now that he's dead.
I better keep my distance.
There's nothing else interesting in here. Not that there was in the first place. So with all that, I never did visit those Gargoyle neighbors who the bookkeeper Isaiah said were annoying him so much.
Little human, you should know better than to come barging in my house without knocking.
What is that disgusting smell?
Come closer and I'll show you.
I'll keep my distance, thank you.
Then you're not as stupid as you look.
Nice looking kids you've got.
Flattery will get you nowhere with me.
I should think not. By the way, is that the old beggar's leg you're eating?
It was. Now it's smoked jerky. Would you care to have a chew?
I was rather thinking of returning it to him.
That would be a nice gesture on your part. Why don't you come here and take it?
On second thoughts, I'll let you keep it.
Too bad you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, we kinda skipped the part where the beggar would have told us his leg had been taken by the gargoyle.
I don't feel like talking to anyone or anything right now.
Oh well.
He must be the one who ripped off the old beggar's leg.
You can talk to his kids, though.
Hey there, young one. What are you playing with?
I'm just dicking around with this Play-Doh. My therapist says it's good for working out my warped frustrations.
I think it's called expressing yourself.
I wonder if he could use a self-help book.
I better not. Their father might not approve.
Well, then there's the other gargoyle kid.
Hey, little guy, why the long face? As the man said to the pony.
I've been grounded for not doing the chores.
I know how you feel. Where's your mommy?
I don't know. She ran off with a sailor when I was little.
I guess I can't blame her, if you know what I mean.
At least I've got my red ball and this super lollipop.
That's the spirit.
Alright, well, let's look around. I'm sure there's something in here I need.
A portrait of the previous owner of this house hangs on the wall.
Well, what have we here? A large chest? I'll bet it's filled with chopped body parts. Something tells me I'm better off not looking behind there. That's not exactly what I had in mind.
The buffet contains some necessary kitchen items.
I see a jar, a keg, and some flasks, too. That is not on my list of things to do.
Yeah, the father won't do anything to me either, no matter how close I get.
I don't even want to know what they've been burning in there.
So, have you spotted the item that I need yet? Why, it's quite obvious.
Nothing beats taking candy from a baby to brighten your day, is there?
It's better than ripping the leg off of an old beggar.
I can't argue with you there.
Well, okay, now I've made the baby gargoyle cry. I suppose I should talk to the beggar now.
Hello there again, poor old beggar man.
Did you get back me leg from those blasted gargoyles?
Yes, I did.
That's nice of you, son. How about giving it to me now?
First, what can you tell me about the engulfed fortress?
Hell and thunder, that was way before my time. There's not much to know. Legend says there was a lost city buried deep under the ocean, and it was built by alien beings living on Vulcane a long time ago.
Sounds like a far-fetched story to me.
That it does, son. But if there's an old city down there, it's guarded by a horrible gorgon. I should know, because I lost many a good sailor to that beast.
Do you suppose that these alien beings have anything to do with the Mecubars?
Shh, not so loud. Where did you hear about those people?
Let's just say a little fairy told me.
I don't know what kind of trouble you're up to, son, but I don't want no part of it. Now, where's my leg?
What leg? Oh, that leg, right. Sorry, old man, but I lied. Those gargoyles in the house already ate it.
Get out of here, you little worm. I hope they kill all you, smear you across the hull covered with poison barnacles and toss your gizzards to the sharks.
Actually, that sounds like a pretty good plan. Let's check out the ship and get out of here.
I've never seen a boat like that before. It must be an early model airship.
And I guess the only way we're going to proceed from here is to talk to the captain and see if we can secure passage somewhere else. Not that any part of this game is any better than any other part.
Are you the captain of this ship?
That I am, mate. Welcome on board.
Do you think that this ship is seaworthy?
She's seaworthy, airworthy, you name it. She's worthy, all right. It all depends on where you're going and what you're paying.
The engulfed fortress might be fun to visit.
But that's on the other side of the Skanker Range. There ain't no way I'm crossing that again. Hold on a minute. I know the roundabout way of getting there. Figuring there's some pretty rough seas yonder, it's gonna cost you about, let's see here, yep, 15 gold pieces should do the fare. Excuse me a sec. What in tarnation are you gawking at? Get back to work.
I'll just walk to Mickey D's. The service is better and it's definitely cheaper.
Well, I don't have enough money to pay anyway. I've only got like 10 gold pieces. Now that it'll tell me.
I'm not interested in any of your trinkets and toys, son.
So he doesn't want my money because there's not enough of it.
That was a pretty mean thing he did, smacking you on the head like that.
Don't mind him. He's not that bad. It's easy to get around once you know how absent-minded he is.
Oh, that voice.
You've done an excellent job cleaning the floors.
It's no easy chore scrubbing the blood and guts off after a deep-sea fishing cruise.
Can this ship take me to the engulfed fortress?
Anywhere but the Skanker Range. It's too high of an altitude for this old tub.
Can you rewrite those fares in the captain's book?
The captain will sure get mad if he ever found out.
I wish I could talk you into changing the fares in the captain's book.
I'm open to any suggestions. I have to go back to work now.
So he doesn't really give us much of a clue, I don't think.
The cabin boy works hard to earn his keep. Despite his appearance, he's a really bright boy. Poor kid. Looks like he's got it tough.
So what would a kid want? Money?
That's nice of you, sir, but the captain would skin me alive if he ever found out.
Plus, I still need to pay the decreased fare. Kids like candy, which has already been eaten.
Would you like to have a lollipop?
Thanks a lot. No one's ever given me a lollipop before. By the way, I already changed the price in the captain's log for you, so all you'll have to pay is 8 gold pieces.
I'll just never tell that kid where I got the lollipop from.
Son, you've just sport yourself a one-way trip to the engulfed fortress. I see as well you give me a bit too many gold pieces, but I do appreciate the tip.
And so off we go to Act 3, or maybe it'd be more accurate to say Act 2.5, because there's a little extra thing we gotta do before we get to Act 3 proper.
Here we are, boy. According to the gyro thingamajig, we're spot on. Destination engulfed fortress.
But we're in the middle of the ocean.
That's right. Your emerald fortress is somewhere at the bottom.
You mean the engulfed fortress?
Right, mate. It's somewhere down below. It's quite simple, actually. All you've got to do is jump overboard and let gravity do its work.
But how will I ever breathe underwater?
My job was to get you here. The rest is your problem. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some work to do.
Now you'll notice me saving a bit more frequently here than normal because the game really likes to crash here. And I suppose jumping in the water is just too simple. Indeed. We're not going to get anywhere that way. Fortunately, at this point, the captain kind of gives us free run of the ship. I mean, where else are we going to go? And there's some useful stuff in his cabin.
There's a piece of parchment with some mysterious writing. It might contain some useful secrets to blackmail the captain with. Wow, it looks like it could be some sort of magic spell.
Quickthorpe takes the magic parchment.
I want to see if I can figure out what the spell does.
It's the parchment that was found on the captain's desk. A closer look reveals some strange writing or magic spell.
Nope, the game will never tell us what it does. So we'll have to keep looking around for more stuff.
In a well-lighted corner of the cabin stands a funky little dresser.
There's a bunch of jewels in the drawer.
These jewels are certified fake.
This'll piss off the captain in a big way, but that's his problem.
But they're fake.
I see the captain prefers old-fashioned pillows, among other things.
It's the old hairpin under the pillow trick. I must say I didn't expect this from the captain.
If not for any other reason, Quickthorpe takes the hairpin just to embarrass the captain.
So let's see if we can use it to open the chest here.
That doesn't do anything. Maybe it's filled with incredible objects from the far seas. Maybe it's filled with junk. I can't get it open.
Now, what we have to do here is actually... Oh, the game locked up. Take two. What we have to do here in order to make the hairpin actually work to unlock a lock is bend it.
Bending open this hairpin is a brilliant idea.
No, I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out.
That doesn't do anything.
A couple of books are there, but all the pages have been torn out.
Alright, I give up. There's something else on the ship that I need to do anyway, so I'll come back to the lock chest later.
The hatch is now open.
I don't even want to know what's in there. I'll pass on that one, thank you. Good meat to eat.
It's raw.
That's not exactly what I had in mind.
I don't mind if I do.
Well, maybe I can cook it somewhere.
That must be the fan that blows the hot air up to the ship's balloon. This must be how they get the hot air to power the ship.
Oh, there we go. I can never find the arrow.
Quickthorpe is not a certified mechanic and should not be fooling around with the ship's engine. Quickthorpe is not a certified mechanic and should not be
Alright,
fooling
well,
around
I
with the
guess
ship's
I
engine.
can't cook the steak,
That doesn't do anything.
but I'm not going to eat it myself anyway.
Whatever that is, it looks toxic.
I've always preferred eating my steak with sauce.
There we go. That ought to be enough to kill the shark.
It's not luxury, but they actually look comfortable. I don't see anything else of interest.
Okay, and there's nothing else in here that's going to help me deal with the locked chest in the captain's cabin. Alright, I'll just do the one thing I know I can do.
I've heard that sharks eat just about anything, but this is ridiculous.
And it didn't even work! What the heck is going on? I mean, there's nothing up here on the deck but this cannon.
I'll bet this cannon has never been fired. Sure, but I don't see any cannonballs.
Alright, so what did I miss in the cabin? Well, there's that sword.
The captain's saber is really more for showing off. The closest he's ever come to combat is slapping the cabin boy across the head. Quickthorpe cannot take the sword.
Oh, there we go.
Phew-wee, I can barely stand the smell of myself now.
Smelly socks on the bed. That's what I was missing. And fortunately, the barrel's full of meat.
There's plenty more meat here.
I don't mind if I do.
I don't even need the gunk from the fuel tank, just the smelly socks.
It's not very exciting, but they actually fit together perfectly.
Yeah, the text sometimes skips here too. This ship is just all kinds of broken. And to think, most of the rest of the game works that way most of the time too.
Incredibly enough, it would seem that the shark has just died from some horrible food poisoning.
Alright, good time to save the game, of course. And now we can jump in without being eaten by a shark. But we still can't swim. There's still something else we need to do on this ship. Can you guess what it is? And the game freezes again. Perfect timing! Alright. So what the heck did I miss this time in the cabin? Well, the secret is, it's not the chest I want to open at all.
Maybe it's filled with incredible objects from the far seas. Maybe it's filled with
It's
junk.
this box next to it.
There's a small box hiding just behind the chest. Damn, I'm good. I'll take it anyway, just in case.
So now I have a magic stone. What does it do? No idea. Maybe the game will tell me what the magic stone does.
Boggle, goggle, sniffin, snortin, weeble, wobble. But I don't slow down.
So the parchment doesn't seem to do anything.
It's the magic stone you found in the captain's cabin. A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
And did reading it allow me to jump into the water? No. Of course not. No, I have no idea how you're supposed to come up with this solution, but what we need to do is eat the magic stone. And then we can read the parchment.
Into the brim, to the rim you'll spill, and your lungs will bung like a fish's gill.
And that, of course, finally allows us to jump in the water. It makes no sense at all.
There he is, guys. He's touched down already. Let's see if he's okay. Are you all right, my friend? No broken bones?
Is this the engulfed fortress?
You're standing in the seaweed forest. You should stay away from the engulfed fortress if you know what's good for you.
You just let me worry about what's good for me.
Just the same, I wouldn't hold my breath hoping to find anything there.
Is that supposed to scare me or something?
Don't get me wrong, most of us are friendly once you get to know us. It's just that we don't take kindly to strangers down here.
I'm not looking for any trouble, but I've got some important things to do.
You look like a sensible fellow. Go back where you came from while you still can.
Tell me where to find the engulfed fortress.
That's an easy one. It's dead ahead. You can't miss it.
Now, contemporary reviews of the game would have told you, if you didn't get an item from those seahorses when you talk to them, you're screwed. You can't finish the game. I'm going to play devil's advocate and say at least the game is not that broken. I'll show you how to progress once we're finished checking out the engulfed fortress, which is of course down this path. See? Easy enough to get to. We just can't necessarily get past the guard.
That's a rather happy-looking eel.
It's actually a three-eyed electric conger eel. It can do considerable damage.
I don't think it could be possible to carry on a meaningful and intelligent discussion with this guy.
Of course not, this is Fable.
I'd rather kiss a snake between the ears.
That would be a very stupid thing to do.
Well, let's just walk past him anyway. Again, it will never kill us. Which is good, because I'm tired of saving and quitting. Well, let's see whether this crab can help us get past.
Excuse me, but could you tell me where I might find the engulfed fortress? I haven't eaten all day, and I'm in no mood to start talking to tourists. And I'm not giving anyone directions. Now bugger off. I don't mean to be rude, but I just wanted to know if you could tell me where I am. Get lost, you lousy piece of driftwood.
Nope, not gonna be any help. So let's head back to the start where we first met those seahorses. Although the game doesn't really give you any hint that you can do this and doesn't tell you that you need an item from them, they will come back if you just come back to this room and wait for a bit. And in the second conversation, it's much easier to get the item that you need. I'll show you how to get it the first time at the end of the video, but for now, just do it this way.
You're still here, I see.
I was actually hoping to see you guys again.
Same here. Actually, we wanted to give you some kelp. It's something we do down here as a sign of goodwill.
It's the nicest thing anybody's ever given me.
Take it. I'm tired of carrying it.
And there you go. It's just that simple. So next time, we'll actually explore the seafloor, put that kelp to good use, and sneak into the engulfed fortress. But for now, let's look at the conversation a different way.
There he is, guys. He's touched down already. Let's see if he's okay. Are you alright, my friend? No broken bones?
Now, most of the lines don't really matter, so I'll just say different stuff.
It feels like I broke my head.
Do you feel dizzy with a pounding sensation between the ears?
Yes, that's it, except you forgot to mention the 1,000 ice picks in the brain sensation too.
Don't worry about that. It's probably the pressure you're under. You're in it quite deep, you know. Of course, then there's the fact that you're not well adapted to this place, if you know what I mean.
What are you really trying to tell me?
Don't get me wrong. Most of us are friendly once you get to know us. It's just that we don't take kindly to strangers down here.
I'm not looking for any trouble, but I've got some important things to do.
You look like a sensible fellow. Go back where you came from while you still can.
So, if you want to get an item, which of these things do you think you should say? It's a trick question.
I'll take my chances anyway. Goodbye.
Here then, take this bit of kelp. I'm tired of carrying it.
I'm not kidding. You saw it yourselves. Well, see you next time.
Long Dong Silver's the name.
Oh no, we've got the bends. Let's get out of here, boys.
I don't feel like talking to anyone or anything right now.